to say this. Men, I would more justify men getting surgery for a bigger penis than anything women do in terms of surgery.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna say that.
No, okay, so
I'm gonna say, you know, I represent. No more sitting on the bench. Yeah, before I was moving cool. Now I'll come to take it all. People, Egos at Risk podcast. We are back. And yeah, man's here. Free mind, son. The preacher, teacher, student, all in one, man. It's all about learning. It's all about progressing, trying to change your circumstances. You know what I mean? And I'm here with my co-host.
You know, the one and only Coach Calvin. Well, it's been a minute. We left the people wanting more, I guess. Some people wanting more. Yeah, it's lessons were learned. Massive lessons were learned. You know, consistency is key. We gotta make sure we stick to the schedule, stick to the plan. So we apologize, but we
talk is cheap, you know one day,
we did say that we're the most unprofessional podcast. So you know, you gotta stick to that. Nah, we're working on it. But I mean,
you know, it was we tried to be the plant, like, you know, that's out of the soul, but we weren't ready to be out of the soul yet. We still had some work to do under the soul. Yeah, I mean, we still have, but we're gonna be out. And once we're outside and we're getting the sunshine, everything's gonna be all right, people there, you know.
Blossom.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna be saying, brother.
That's it, man. So, where are we going with this?
I was gonna say to you, brother, the guy Andrew Tate, he was making me ponder, innit, on these guys, innit, like Andrew Tate, the late Kevin Samuels, and you said what's his name again? Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson.
These kind of guys where they're very polarizing, because you got one set of people who, like, yeah, they're right. I think their saying's right, and it's like they're a voice for the people, and then on the other end, they're Hitler, like, to some other people. You get me? Like, they're the worst. You're gonna oppress. So it's like, what is it about what are they actually saying that offends people? What is it that makes people want to follow them so much? What, in your opinion, Cal, from what you've seen out here, and we can talk about Andrew Tate in particular, since he's just come out, what is it about him that makes him what he is now?
When it comes to Andrew Tate, in my opinion, what he says to people, like what he says to people or what he says to the masses, I'm not sure if that's the problem. I feel like the problem could be the reaction and then the actions from those people that are listening.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, it's fine. Like, people can have and can say whatever they want. I think when it develops a movement, that's when it becomes a problem.
Cause and effect.
Yeah. So where he's saying certain things, like, that's fine if you think about it in the terms of him and his relationship with maybe one person. You know, so him and one person, that's you know, like, if you said that, for instance, in my relationship at my house, for instance, my missus washes the dishes, you know, all the time. I don't care what's happening, she will wash all the dishes, you know. Then everybody will look and be like, well, that's what you think. I mean, that's fine. That's what you do in your house. That's fine. But when someone starts talking and then other people start trying to implement that, that's when you start to see a problem. So if you start to look at what Andrew Tate said and what people are doing, it's changing the dynamics of relationships across the board. So now it's becoming a movement. So those who are affected by it or are sympathetic or empathetic to those who are possibly affected by it start the rebellion. Yeah. That's one element. The second element is that when they speak, a lot of people take them literally. And based on the fact they take them literally, they move literally. And that's the problem. Whereas certain times, like Donald Trump. Donald Trump said, drink bleach to get rid of COVID. Yeah?
Yeah, I remember that.
And people started drinking bleach. You know? They never had the ability to be like, oh, well, he's not being serious, or, you know what I mean? Yeah. They took it literally and then started implementing something along the lines, and that's the problem. So it's a hard one for the average Joe to understand that it's not about taking what someone says and implementing it. You gotta take it with a pinch of salt and apply it to your lifestyle.
So it's more about like, so these guys, especially Andrew, are powerful because basically they influence people
massively.
Like, and they're scared. Like, even if he might not, I've heard him say like stuff I'm saying, like I'm doing it not for banter in it, but I'm making a point in it. Like, it's not, oh yeah, go and slap up your girl or whatever it is. He's saying that, yeah, use your brains in it. At the end of the day, this is social media. It's about, if I'm just being boring and I'm saying normal stuff, no one's gonna watch me.
No.
Yeah, he basically said that in it. So I'm saying stuff to get eyes, and I'm gonna tell them stuff that matters. Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys do it, but people get triggered by those the little calling cards. You get me? That initially set eyes on you, on a person. And my man himself, I think he went on, what's his name? Pierce Brosnan. Morgan, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Morgan. And that was the first time I heard him speak, and very articulate. He said, yeah, like half of the stuff he didn't mean it in it and all that stuff, you get what I'm saying? So I look at the Jewish community, and when they start talking about anti-Semitism, and I see similar reigns in the sense of like, they wouldn't let someone like my man speak because of how people will interpret it, and I get that. But that's a sad world, isn't it, where you can't speak because of how someone might take it. Like, you know what I mean?
In this day and age, we've lost the average ability to look at something and break it down. It's whatever you say will and can be used against you in the court of law. And that's the problem. So as soon as you say something, like you'll find a lot of people start talking like, and they bite your tongue because you can't get it out and then work on it. Yeah. So I can't just say what I'm saying and then be like, because as soon as you say something, as soon as it comes out, that's what it was, you know? And I've had conversations where you say something and you're like, it's not really what I meant, and then you try and explain yourself, and then people keep going back to what you said in the first place. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what I said in the first place. I just got it out so I could put it on the table, so I could fix the puzzle. And that's the problem right now. Like, people are not allowing people to like almost be wrong to be right, like, or to even get their point out. Like, what did you say? You know, and that's it. That's the problem.
Do you know what's mad? You know my man, do you know John Majors?
No.
The actor, he was in Loki. He played the black guy in Loki, like the god at the end or whatever. He just done Creed.
Oh, my man. Yeah.
John Majors.
Oh, that's his name.
You heard it? Did you hear what happened to him or what he was involved in?
Nah.
They said that his girlfriend or something basically hollered at the police, sexual assault. So boom, on the back of that, he's just said, look, these people are going to put a statement and say like, this is folly, innit? And then it said, Marvel were like, yeah, like we're getting rid of him. And these times, nothing's actually been proven, nothing's happened, my guy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, someone said something, but now you're talking about, because he's been in bare Marvel things, he's made a lot of dough, so you're messing with man's livelihood in reality. Nothing's been proven, but they're talking about getting rid of him. And it's nuts, bro. Like, how sensitive people are, like, especially in that world. Like, you don't know, we could see someone from anyone could just say and tarnish your name. So yeah, let's say for instance, he's proven right and everything, he's still not actually clean, he's damaged. No, he's not damaged. Coming out, like.
Who's that guy, footballer, he's like League 2, what's his name, man?
I know what you're talking about. No, Chad Evans.
Yeah. So he got accused of sexual assault.
There's Mendy as well.
Let's not go there. let's not. The reason why I'm not going to go there is because that's not had enough time. Chad Mendes is done and dusted. So with Chad Mendes, he got accused of thing. Evans, sorry, Mendes.
Hey, why am I the names together?
Chad Mendes. Let's just talk about everyone in one go.
Yeah.
All right. So Ched Evans, he went. He said what he said. He said, "Look, I'm innocent," and then done about 2 years in jail. Came out, tried to get his career. He never stopped protesting his innocence. Went for certain football clubs, tried to get in a deal. Like high profile people were like saying, listen, if he's going to be a part of the club, I'm not going to be a part of the club, so on and so forth. And then in the end, he was found not guilty after he had done 2 years.
Mad still.
Like this is
so what was the 2 years remand or something?
No, he got sentenced.
Oh, he got sentenced.
Yeah,
and then they found some.
So bear in mind, after he would have come out, he would have been on a register.
Yeah.
So this guy is now a sexual predator, a sex offender. But he's been screaming, "He weren't me." So now he found out that he weren't him. Yeah, but like you said, who wants to touch him? Talented football player, but who wants to touch him? Can't touch your name. It's all about name now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how can we here at Marvel mess with my man? But they're talking about like the fact that he's an
abuser,
and all it takes is accusation, and all it takes is for you to go home one day. Maybe you cheated on your missus, maybe you didn't cheat on your missus, maybe she just upset, and then she just said, "Yeah, you know what? I'm done in your dance." You know what I mean? I'm done in your dance. I'm gonna make a phone call. That's all it takes.
See, this is the thing, man, and I don't even want to get to this part yet in terms of conversation and thinking that women are upset, like a man is upset because a woman can, in this day and time, can say anything and mash up his life. But at the same time, in the past, men have been able to do that more easily to women, and can do it to women to some degree. So then it's like you got these hyper on each end, the hyper, the extremists of these ends, like the person who was hurt by that person, and they're fighting each other, and it comes out on social media, kind of like you see it with these people. Like, do you get what I mean?
Well, no, wait, because I think you're going down the road of like, so back in the day, a man could rape a woman, and it was no problem.
Basically,
she had no right.
And that don't go away. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
But the thing is, I hear what you're saying, but the problem is that those women that were raped or dealt a hard hand, they're not the ones.
No, I know that.
And that's the problem. It's like saying, okay, so slavery existed. Yeah. So our ancestors didn't, they got moved to, and then like we're going there and just like burning down
No, fully.
It's not. It doesn't work. But the thing
but in the mind, but we all still do it. Like, actually, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Wait, let me clarify something. Actually, that's not really a good example.
I was gonna say that as well,
because that is actually right. We should get some.
Because you've benefited.
But the thing is like, so our ancestors got a hard, had a massively hard time, and now we're here, not really getting the right end of the stick. Whereas their female ancestors had a hard time, and now they don't have the same hard time, but now they're taking the piss. You see what I'm saying?
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying it's not all of them. In my eyes, it's not. There's some men, they're fuckery. Sorry, but that's what they are. Like, they're dirty. They're all these things the women say they are that. Yeah. But then there's some women that they're just like the Karens. There's an extreme Karen where they're just that person. They just lie. They don't. You know what I'm trying to say? They will ruin a man's life over a lot. And you see these two extremes. They're the ones whose voices are the loudest. You understand what I'm trying to say? A lot of the time, where I know women, let's say for instance that they don't mind, they like a masculine man. They want a man to be an alpha. They're cool with that, and they're cool with them being in their own skin. And they know I gotta have a husband that does have some kind of self-esteem, because all that what's happened is that, okay, because men had too much control before, they gave women bare control. Now the men coming out of that place they're feminized essentially. You understand what I'm trying to say? Or they got to be extra careful. They're unsure about themselves. They don't even know their role in society. Do you understand? Like, it's nuts. So like, this is what I see happening on social media, man. Like, in terms of displaying in greater or lesser degrees all these conversations, and it's fascinating.
Yeah. So like the problem is right now, like we're going into a bit of a bully. So like a bully era. A lot of the people that are doing certain things in society now, they don't even realize it, but they're basically bullies. Because it all comes back to who gets backed, you know. So you know, like if you're able to exploit the victim mentality, if you're able to be addressed as the victim, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
So a very good example would be like racial slurs in sense. So like if a white person remotely says anything, it's a problem because they're known as the aggressor in that situation.
Yeah.
But then you'll see like Chris Rock talking on stage and he's using racial slurs towards white people, and no one even bats an eyelid. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing, right? Look at, and obviously I'm not justifying.
There's
anything.
a lot of connotations to some things though, and that's what makes it what it is. That's all I'll say.
No, but I understand. Don't get me wrong. Like I understand, but what I'm saying is like it should be on each individual's merit.
Yeah, in the ideal world.
Yeah, exactly. So if a guy rocks up now, I gotta treat him as the person he is, not the group he is or who he represents. So you know, like if you meet any German, then like, so what you saying? You meet a German, like, hey, whoa, brother, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but you meet people and you have to address them on their individual merit. So what I'm saying is, you know, like, so we can't be using certain things because we have the victim identity on this particular subject, no one can't say nothing. But then flip the script. If there's an argument, between a black person and pretty much any other race, we're the aggressor. So now as soon as the police comes, like, excuse me, sir, and like you'd have 2 on you, 1 on them. You know what I mean? Like, and the mentality or the conversation would be like, so like, excuse me, what happened here? And then with you, it's like, calm down, sir. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, wait a minute, why are you telling me to calm down? Why are you not over there? Why are you not over there? Why is there not 2 of you over there and one of you over here? You know what I'm saying? So whoever gets the victim mentality gets to chat shit.
And that's what I'm saying. I think at the moment, like, society is utilizing that. And I say society, for some reason, they don't want everyone to get along. This is something I've noticed since I've been alive 100%. On this planet. People can say, no, it's just the people, but there's a conscious effort to make sure we do not get along and have peace with each other. Like, and I'm talking about within the family, outside the family, the community. I'm talking about, like, within your own race, then within the human race, it's like there's always got to be something between people, innit? Male, female, young, old. There's every echelon of this place, they're pitching, there's something where we got to face each other, and I can't not see that and say this is playing a part, like it's intentional. But, I don't know, I always start by, however. Just love chat, you know? Love chat.
You know what it is? It's the fact that, like, if you look at the situation, as what you said, there are so many divisions, and the easiest one is usually anger. And what I mean by anger is obviously like when you're wronged, innit? And then it's like, so how can I manipulate the situation in my best interest? You know, how can I manipulate the situation? And it goes back to something I said a few podcasts ago when I said, like, you know, I was talking about women in a sense of they need to feel, or they need their price met. Yeah. But that's society now as well. So people in society need their prices met. So when people go out,
like their pound of flesh.
Yeah. So when people go out, they need whatever their mission is, they need that met. So argument's sake, if a guy goes to a club and he's like, oh, I'm gonna buy this girl drinks, that should end in whatever he deems fit. More time it's sex. So when she don't give up the sex, there needs to be some form of payment. Whether that's him embarrassing her or him taking it without, you know, without her say. You know what I mean?
Subconsciously, that's what a man's thinking. Or people think. Women, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Vice versa. Like, it might be a thing where the girl's gone to the club. She's like, look, like, I want this guy. Like, I want this guy. Maybe she's gone for a baller, innit? She was like, I want this guy. I want this guy to give me certain things, innit? And then, like, he might try and get away with it. And she's like, no, I'm not having that. So then she finds a way in which she can become, you know, the aggressor. But to become the aggressor, you got to be aligned with the victim. So that's why a lot of girls are screaming rape these days. And the problem with that, and the biggest problem with that is,
man said these days, you know, I've not really known a time when that's not even been a sound.
You know, it is,
really and truthfully.
It's social media just made it more public.
Yeah, more aware.
But the problem with the fact that these girls are like screaming rape when they weren't even touched is that the women that were absolutely abused don't hear the voice no more.
But this is what I'm saying, where I said the extreme, that effed up person, let's say the lack of it, when black people, they would say the N-word, you know what I'm trying to say, if that person that messes up the whole situation, that does the madness. We're trying to build society, but that guy goes and just does a madness and then kills it for everyone. That person in the women's society, she's making it a problem for everyone else, because there's a man that was the recipient of that person, that false accusation. So anytime he even hears a sound of someone chatting about rape he's not sympathetic, mate. He's not hearing that. He knows that there's an area where you could just be lying outright. So when you, like you said, that person does come up, like, and it's just hurt people, dealing with hurt people. We had this conversation before. Everyone's been bitten. Everyone has been, even, like, you know what I mean? Even the people who are meant to be the oppressors or whatever it is, so-called, have got a gripe. They've got something in the fight. So it's like, as long as no one's not hearing everyone's gripe, we're gonna just be like, well, you know what I mean?
The problem is as well, like, you're saying that, like, they've heard like people cry wolf a lot, right? So the problem is that person's usually the judge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's been in many cases, or she's been in many cases, where it starts to sound like something. It's like, okay, wait, last time, you know, he went to the hotel and it was after the club and then he didn't pay for it. Not guilty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the problem.
You know what's mad? As you saying that, you know that tune, heard it all before.
Yeah.
Baby this, baby that.
That's it.
Shut you.
That's the problem.
Yeah, we do it automatically. It's a human thing.
And it's not, see, and the funny thing is, like, I've said this to you before, and it, like, you know, when someone owes you money, they perceive it as like, it's just me who owes that one person money, but you don't know that person's situation. So it might be 7 people who owe you money.
Yeah.
The problem is you might think, it's just me. Like, so it's just me doing this one thing. But it's not. You are now a collective of people who have done this thing, who are fucking it up, you know?
So yeah, to that person, and I'll be real in it, like, I've been directly in that situation as a plumber, and where numerous people owe my money. They saying the same sort of thing, same excuses, You're just one guy to me now, and I'm gonna treat you like you're gonna get painted with the same brush. Everyone. Yeah. Even though our relationships are different, how we got there is different, but everyone's getting treated the same. And throw the book at you. You know? that's
the problem. This is what we're dealing with, and people don't understand. So as much as you might want to get someone back, and you know, this is another thing. Like, you know, when I think, back to the racism conversation, it's like, it's just because someone uses a racial slur in anger doesn't make them racist. Yeah, it doesn't make them racist. It makes them. It actually highlights the fact that they're trying their best to hurt you. Yeah. Some people are racist. Yeah, and so, you know,
there's different levels in it of racism.
Not even so much different levels of racism. It's just like, if I don't have the ability to control myself and also then apply some form of pain your way, then I'm gonna try and go for something that is generic, like in the generic locker of generic pain. You know, okay, the N-word.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Man said a generic cuss, you know.
Yeah, but
he's basically saying, like, you know what?
Yeah, your mum.
I'm gonna draw, them old school ones, you know.
Yeah, just like, everyone knows.
Meet you off for something that's gonna hurt you. That make sure you can't. You know what I mean?
It's not even so much like. It's just I'm trying to get something out of you here.
Yeah.
And I know that this
reaction.
This particular word.
That's what Cass was saying at the time, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously. But yeah, the way he was saying it and the way he tried to put it out, yeah, like right.
He just missed that part where he said, listen, racism does exist. It's just that I'm not biting on it.
Yeah, it's simple as that.
Beneath me. But that's what I'm saying. But so that's some people they're using certain things just to get the rise out of you. Another one would be like the ex mother, the mother of your kids sort of thing. So your ex, and she's like, you're not seeing the kids no more. She don't really mean that. She just wants to burn you. She knows that if you love your kids, that you're gonna have a situation with that. So that's gonna get a quick rise out of you. What? Yeah. Oh, like so, like you've moved on. And then she's like, what? You moved on, yeah? Pussy, you're not seeing your kids. You know what I mean?
You know what's nuts, yeah? Girl would lie to man, you get me, and say that man gave her gonorrhea or something like that, yeah? These times, man went for the test and that it was nothing, but what it was is that she basically just was mad because man went no attention. You know what I'm trying to say is, and it's as simple as that.
See, the thing is, like, that's the problem when it comes to certain situations. Yeah, we're faced with, what a person really is trying to accomplish, innit? And you don't even know. And all of these situations are, they require therapy. The reason why I say they require therapy because they're usually the missing link in your life. So so again, so she told you, like, she had the whatever it is to try and cause a commotion because she's probably longing for your time and attention, right? And you weren't given her none.
No.
So so she knows from her learnings in the past that anger or arguments usually they are usually foolproof. They happen. All you got to do is piss someone off, and then you get to see some form of emotion from that person. And 9 times out of 10, that's what an argument tends to be.
Yeah, Hulk smash. Yeah, you get me.
You can always tell by how minor the issue was in the first place to the blow up. If that makes sense. If it's like, well, like you for instance, like you didn't hoover the living room. Just like I'm saying, you didn't hoover the living room. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Yeah, that's not a massive deal. Yeah, but all of a sudden it's like, you ain't gonna, and it's like boom, like you two are like frying plates and dishes and jumping off the top rope, and that tells me that there's something that's lacking here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You're having a quick text exchange, and all of a sudden, like, well, this is what I'm saying. Prime example. So, on the Eagles at Risk podcast Instagram, I posted a video where there was a gender reveal, but the husband let go of the balloon. Yeah, I saw my girl start going nuts. She's like, yeah, and the thing is, she's like, yeah, see, I told you, he's a dickhead. He's a dickhead. And I'm like, but he didn't. He was too busy in the situation.
I thought he was just used to hearing them sounds.
But the thing is, I can tell either one of it's both. It's either one of two things or both of those things. Yeah, he was too busy in the joke, so he's like, nah, I'm gonna get the other balloon and like, you get me. But these times, I'm like, she was protesting. She was, and the way that she was talking, she was like, see, I told you, he's a dickhead.
I'll be real in it. That's like getting slapped in the face in public by your girl. And like, I'm not saying that, and I mean, I'm not talking about abusive levels of whatever, but it's like, okay, right, like, if you got into a certain situation and she just done it to you, like, sort of thing, like, but that wouldn't usually happen in, or if it happened behind doors on a one-way, but she's done it outside at the party. So there's so many levels of disrespect. No respect for my man. I think she was pregnant as well.
Yeah, obviously it's gender reveal.
I know that. Yeah. Sorry, dumb. No, yeah. I know. Yeah. Anyway,
this is revealing their car.
Black blonde. Yeah, like, and I was thinking, my girl, if she's speaking to my man like that, there's other levels of disrespect coming his way, blood.
Levels.
I'll be real with you, like there's and some people don't need to speak to you like that. They do other things. They could be talk to you gently and disrespect you. They don't get twisted. They ain't gotta be all vicious.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
But she is independent in that household. She don't give a shit. Because if I was there and you telling me, oh yeah, see, I told you he's an idiot. Like there's levels to insults. You know, there's levels to insults. So if you're calling me an idiot, calling me an idiot is levels. Calling me an idiot is levels. Yeah. Like saying, you're being silly, you're being stupid. That's fine. Yeah, but you saying like you're an idiot. Like, do you know what that means? You're actually an idiot. Like, nah. And you know what? Furthermore, I'm gone.
Yeah.
No,
but that's what I'm saying. If she thinks that and actually saying it,
I'm gonna put
declaring it into the universe.
I'm gonna put it in here so people know what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying like that. This is when it comes. So I'm saying like so. But the problem is, this is why she got away with it, because she's identified as the victim. Yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah, she's the woman.
I hear that.
So she can say that. So imagine things like he gave it to her. Yeah, so maybe she's pregnant. She's the woman, and he gave her the balloon, and she sneezed and let go of it.
Started saying, "You're an idiot." Yeah, boom. Yeah, no, we know the story.
No chance.
We already know the story. That's the thing, man. And the narrative has to change, because I'm not being funny. It's like, just don't talk to me like that. That to me, that's a path. That's a road. Like, to me, you might think it's a one stop where there. No. That's a whole road, innit? It's not a petrol station where we're just kidding and we're gonna move on. No. That is a disaster road, and that means you can cheat on me. You can do all different shit, man, and not give a fuck because I'm an idiot. Yeah. That's what you think. Yeah. That's how, and I'm taking that person. That's how I'll take it, and therefore I'll put it on you in the bloody party, because I'll be like, don't talk to me like that, or I'll take you away. Like, they're gonna know this is getting addressed in front of people because you made it public. So I gotta take you away. I might not. Verbally rinse you.
You can't, because you're just
you're the guy. Yeah,
then you are an idiot,
the aggressor. Yeah.
But here's two things though. So here's two things to that point. One. Which way do I go first? One, when my daughter was young, she knew the protective relatives. Yeah. So when she hated eating.
Oh no,
yeah. She hated eating. So there's these, you put food in her mouth, she just hold it in her mouth, like, like for hours, like. Then her nan would come round and he'd be like, oh, and then you can see, and she's like, oh no, and he's like, no, and then at first we let her sort of handle that, innit? Let her spit out, let her get out of the chair, all that stuff. And my sister was the other one. So when they used to come round, they used to be like very protective. So then it got to the point where like I had to batter her up in front of both of them. So listen, and I said like basically like take both their heads off, be like, who's gonna save you now? So I'm saying like no, and then things change. Yeah. So something what you said has to be addressed at the party, not in front of everyone, but just like yo.
Yeah.
Secondly, Gabriel Union. Gabriel.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Gabriel Union. Yeah.
I'm not talking about that other stuff. I'm just talking about something. So she put in the thing, said, listen, she found it okay to cheat on her ex-husband.
I saw that.
Yeah, because she paid all the bills. So what you just said there, because my girl's already calling my man an idiot, I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
I'll run this house. So if I'm gonna run this house, I'll do what I want. Because more time my guy runs the house, or mentally thinks he runs the house. So that's when he starts doing them other things, innit?
Yeah, people. Then we've been trying to get like some.
It's about to go down, innit?
We're going to talk about a subject, and we're trying to get some
to you in a minute.
People, like, so it's balanced, or not even balanced, but people that are experienced, because our man's not experienced in them fields, innit? You know what I'm trying to say?
Aye, straight.
We're not experienced, so we wanted to get some people on there, but they declined. They said they're proud of it, but they declined. So here's what it is, innit?
No, they said they'd go again, because you know why they? No,
that's what I'm saying. They're proud of it.
Yeah, but they're not proud of it.
Huh?
Why would you go again? Why would you do something twice?
To fix it, Naja.
Exactly. To fix it. You go again. Yeah. What?
I don't know, man. I don't even know what they got done.
Who's ever gone to the dentist twice? If you can avoid going dentist, you don't go dentist.
I wouldn't compare it to be the same thing, though, man.
You know what? What you wouldn't compare it to be the same thing. That's cool, because it's not not necessarily the same thing. However, it's still.
I hear what you're saying. If it was done the first time, you ain't doing it.
You ain't going again.
It's as simple as that.
It is painful.
But
all right, so
I'm thinking, are they going to get something else, or it's the same thing?
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, let's introduce it. What we're talking about now is elective surgeries, i.e., BBLs and so on and so forth. A little disclaimer: not all surgeries. Now, not all cosmetic surgeries I deem to be the same. I agree with boob jobs simply because some women find that, or they have the feeling that that's what defines them as a woman, not defines them as a person, but shows their.
I'm gonna jump in on that one. So
yeah.
If you've really, and I'm saying really, like things are on a certain level that, like if you feel like you're not who you are, like you're gonna say, then like basically what he's saying. But overall, I don't think, you should be altering yourself in it, like in general for no reason. Like, do you know what I mean?
But that's the thing. But that's what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. But the thing is, it's like, imagine you looking down and your penis was like
but that's what I'm trying to say.
And you had you know what I'm saying, that you look down, so I'm supposed to be a man.
It's mad though. Do you know what it is? And this is the freaked up part about it, because there's man in them situations, and I've thought about it, and I'm thinking, like, if I could change it, I would, but I don't know how they feel. And I'm sitting from a place of privilege, if you know what I'm trying to say. So my whole thing's distorted. You get me? I don't know. Like, I can't know. So I'm still like, well, no, like you're cool. I'm cool. I can only come from where I'm at.
I hear you.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about, like, because I could say, look, right about now, man's medium, innit? If I'm gonna go on, I haven't seen it, like, I'll say medium. So it could get big, go smaller. Now, I'm cool, I don't need to be bigger. But them man that might be on the smaller range might feel the other way, but I don't know about that. So I'm being selfish right now. It's nuts.
But you can be objective. You can be objective. Like, you don't have to like be in a man's situation to appreciate a man's situation. So if you know, like, say a man, like you just know, like,
you might the motion in the ocean.
Nah. I'm talking about the man that got nothing. I'm talking about the thing is.
Sorry, lads.
You see, the thing is, you look at a situation. You don't have to be in that situation.
I know.
To know what it feels like, but because you can take another situation that you're in.
I could say, height. So I'm like, man, short for a man. So I could use that in it.
Yeah. So
now, but I wouldn't try to be taller.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But the thing is, if there was a thing where you could just walk in and be taller, you would.
I would have. Then I'm not me.
No, but you are. You're just taller.
Nah, man. Imagine people could do that though. That's nuts though. Because this is an interesting conversation. Can you change your height? Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it's like you've just fucked your body up. Like,
I know what you're saying, but this is the problem. This is the point and the problem. Yeah, is that to you, height doesn't define you as a man. Yeah. So you're cool in yourself, innit? So you're not out there like, oh well, I'm not sexual. So that doesn't make me a man. But a penis would. If your penis was a clitoris, if your penis was a clitoris, you'd be raging. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this: men, I would more justify men getting surgery for a bigger penis than anything women do in terms of surgery.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna say that.
No, okay, so
I'm gonna say. Do you know why I'm gonna say that?
Go on.
Because that penis is a vital tool. It's survival. Some women will look at you and turn away. You can't even reproduce because of the size of it. A man will look at a woman, she's got tits, no tits, I don't care. Boom, I'm still in there.
Yeah, but that's no.
Huh?
I'm not having that. No, because the thing is, if you got a small penis, no one's seeing that from the first. You can bamboozle a chick.
I know man them that's done that.
You could do that.
Hiding under the cuffs.
You know what I'm saying? You could do what. No, but the thing is, what I'm saying is, I would put the two in the same
and
category.
Sorry for the man them that I'm talking like this, like that, you get me? You know what I mean? But it's nuts.
It's one of those things.
It's nuts.
Filthy. The boobs and the penis are the same thing.
Lads, a woman can't impregnate another woman with her boobs, my guy.
Bro,
understand?
A woman can't impregnate a woman, full stop.
Yes.
What I'm saying, but
I'm saying for a man,
No, but
that's a vital life
you're
tool, bro.
You know what it is?
Alright, so that
No.
means take a man's penis away, blood. He might as well jump off.
Bro, you're on the wrong page, bro. I'm not saying that it's not vital, bro. But I'm saying if he's got a small penis, he can still pee out of it.
Yeah, he can still do what he needs to do.
And he can still
I
do
hear
the
you,
other
I
things.
hear
So,
you. But I'm saying reproduction-wise.
No, bro, I'm not talking about reproduction.
And attracting females, that's your problem.
Bro, who walks around their penis outside?
No, but it's not that. Man might get to the point where it's just before, and she's like, whoa, no. Leave this alone. Or they do this little thing where they might play about. They don't need to see it. They can try to feel it. Try to feel it.
But
and that put him up.
And this is what I'm saying. That particular incident is
I'm playing devil's society.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, this particular situation means that he doesn't feel like a man, so he would need to get that done. Now, when a woman does, because remember, you got girls and you got women, yeah. So not only does she not feel like a woman, she feels like a little girl. So she doesn't feel right in herself. And I'm not talking about going to get some massive things. I'm just saying she's gonna get a little bit of an enhancement.
That remember I said that I've been with chicks like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like from dawn where they, you know what I mean. Literally, it's peak out here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like that. I agree with, but they take it too far.
No, but I'm not going that. I'm not going.
You're just chatting about the.
I'm not going there yet. I put the disclaimer that that's the one. That's the one
scenario.
That's the one thing I agree with.
For a woman to feel more womanly, she'll have breasts, and for a man, if you could do that, I don't know. Can you actually get a breast, penis extension that works properly?
I don't know, but they do.
That actually like it connects with the
I've never looked into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to say to you earlier on. But anyway, sorry. Like that's the only two circumstances. I'll give you that because it affects the way you lie. But anything outside of that, the bums.
Now we're going into the conversation. So now we're talking about
even the bum one though.
Bro, why you don't need it?
I hear that.
You don't.
There's some ironing boards out there, cuzzy.
No,
and that might not make them feel womanly.
You know, no. Let's hear this. No, what I'm saying is this, is that a bum, it's not.
I know it's vital to the situation.
Because then you start talking about, I don't have quads, I don't have this. What I'm saying, hold on. What I'm saying is this, innit? Like in terms of private parts, right? In terms of private parts, like boobs, penis, you know what I mean? Like they're the only two things that really have a size with them. Nothing else. But when it comes to other things, now we're talking about fashion. Yeah. So what's in fashion now? So when we were growing up, thin eyebrows were in fashion, right? So a girl had no eyebrows, she had just one little tracing paper line on her forehead, on both sides, and that was the in.
Gel with the curls.
Gel with the
curls. Fashion.
But what I'm saying is that like, what was like jeans that we were wearing, roll ups and stuff like that, Now tight, all that stuff. It's all fashion right now. It's constantly revolving. Now, the thing before, if you had a bum, you were fat.
I'm gonna play devil's, innit? Because I'll now say this: if a woman defines herself because of her breast size, because it's the same thing, innit? If she feels like that, because there's women that have got breasts, but their bum's not there at all, and they still feel like that breast woman, the one you're talking about. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Feel like what?
That they're lacking, they're not womanly because their back off's not.
But this is what I'm saying.
No, but it's not about how they feel, innit? Because that's what you're talking about. If I don't feel womanly.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is my point to this is that the reason why she won't feel womanly because she doesn't have a bum is because of the day and age we're in. Yeah, the day and age we're in.
Where you come from, I would say. Because I would say like man's in, and I was lack of a better country, somewhere in Africa, innit? Somewhere like Gambia or whatever. All the women over there have got sizable booties and this, that.
Okay.
Like, no one cares about breasts in that environment. Nobody. But the one doesn't, and she has a smaller breast bum than the rest. She's gonna be that person in that area. No one cares about breasts. So that's what I said. It only comes. I know you're saying society. it's Western society, and you get me, like, but it's not the world. So I'm just gonna put that out there, innit? Like, there's different.
It's current. I'm saying right now, it's current. When we were growing up, certain girls, certain magazines were showing that if you had a certain level of bum, you were fat.
Yeah.
So that being the case, like you were,
I gotta say that was always a Caucasian perspective. I'm not gonna lie, always that
enough.
blood.
But who's setting the trend right now?
Them man, they're still...
All right then. So if they're setting the trend right now, having a bum is in. Yeah.
Would you say in that time period? So let's say the 90s, innit? Yeah. Boom. I remember the imagery of the slim blonde white girl. That's the prototype of the world, innit?
Yeah.
But I, as a person, never accepted that. So I got to think, how many other people never accepted that? That's what they tried to push on to, man.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change the subject, but you're just saying that back in the day, the Caucasian media didn't like the black woman's body, so it was seen as fat. That's what you're basically trying to say. But black people didn't actually feel that way.
No, we didn't care.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was getting at.
But the average, but you have to remember, like, if we're talking about, like, you know, mentalities, is that the European way was what you need to strive towards. Hence why you got bleaching. Hence why you got weaves and wigs. You know, whereas like Afro hair isn't naturally straight. It's not naturally flat. So that you people putting chemicals and so on and so forth to strive for this particular look.
I hear you.
Yeah. So therefore, like, it was kind of
subconsciously there's still
programming.
Let me have the thin waist and the big butt. Like, it's like they compromised a bit.
Because understand this, innit? Understand this from what I'm trying to say is that even though, like, the body that they're looking for is now that you know, the Afro-Caribbean you know, standard shape, a lot of girls who don't have it naturally, you know, a lot of you know, black girls who don't have it, they're going down that road now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going down that road, but they weren't going down that road before.
They was safe. They had the model. No, do you know what? I call it the model body.
Yeah. So they weren't. So nobody was like screaming to go to the gym and go get a bum. Nobody was screaming to go and get surgery to go get this absolute over the top.
Would you say hip hop's responsible for
hip hop?
Because that's the only.
No, hip hop. All hip hop does is promote what their agenda is. It helps promote what their agenda is. It doesn't do any. It's not the reason for.
I know, but so then what? I feel not even that we're going off topic, but this is like a sub thingy. In that time, innit, they've already pushed out like I said, the blonde, slim, Caucasian lady as the prototype of all the action heroes win that girl and all that stuff, innit, all the movies, this, that, in the rock videos. Somewhere down the line, they started saying, okay, the Afro-Caribbean lady is the one. And the only time I saw that was through hip hop. Hip hop made that. There was no other areas where that was being highlighted. Bro, that's why I asked that question.
So for me, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. Remember, for something to be pushed, it's got to go through them.
I hear that, but sometimes the people decide by what they want. Because if we don't buy it, they can want it all they want, innit?
No, but what I'm saying,
and I mean really not buy into it. Say we always watching, basically the hip hop videos weren't meant to be what they became, but we kept watching it.
No, I'll tell you what.
You hear what I'm coming from?
I hear what you're saying, but I'll tell you what. We often.
Yeah, I know.
Oxtail. Yeah.
Go on.
Bruv.
I said Oxtail. I went from beauty to Oxtail. Yeah.
No, I'm going to prove a point to you. Shut up. Take me seriously, bruv. Listen. Oxtail, they couldn't give it away.
Yeah.
Man were going to the market,
I hear that.
and giving them £1 and they were giving you all of it. Here's £1. It's like, just take it. Take as much of this bullshit as you want.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay put red wine with it and a couple carrots and sprinkled some fennel seeds.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking £17 a kilo, bruv. You can't get it nowhere. Yeah? Everybody's buying it. Them man there, as soon as they promote it, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Now, what's my point? Where am I going with this? Well, not where I'm going with this. I kind of proved it, but so when
they amplified.
So when they told you this is cool now, yeah, because it's not cool when you want to do it. It's cool when we want to do it.
I get you.
So when Kim K came out with the fat bum and everybody endorsed it, it's legal now.
All right.
It's legal now.
I would say that it was legal again for a lot of Eurocentric, possibly Asian women. But in terms of where we come from, in terms of what you want to call the ghetto sides of this, that, the Afro-Caribbean body was always treasured.
You're missing something here. You're missing my point here.
I know you're saying the masses.
No, you're missing my point. My point is this, innit? Back home, it's normal. Yeah? It's normal. It's nothing. It's not something to
cherish.
To do anything.
It's to cherish.
Yeah?
It's not nothing to cherish. I hear you.
It's just is what it is. But to make someone go want to do that, so someone who don't have it to go want to do that, that's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. This is what they've done. They've made it so that the people that didn't have it were like, well, I'm inferior now. Whereas reverse, there was big girls, like girls who had the shape, who probably thinking, maybe I should slim down. Maybe I should slim down. You see what I'm saying?
So all right, I'm gonna split this way. So you're saying on the mass scale, innit? Like where before this was always happening. It was always happening where on individual levels now, but because they've packaged it and said, look, now this is what you need to strive to look like. This is the standard of beauty. You've got little girls that were across the planet that would never ever thought about them things now being influenced. So I get it. I get that from that perspective.
Look at social media. Look at like every girl's in the gym now doing hip thrusts. Every girl's in the gym doing leg day 4 times a week. Every girl's like talking about how the bum leggings designed so that you can get like a more fuller looking bum. Everything is designed so that you look thicker.
You know what's funny though? You remember the convo we was having yesterday or the day before on the phone when I said about devaluing things to take them over, to then resell and package them. And that seems like they done that. Because back in the day, like you said, man was saying that that's fat or there's something wrong. There's even like, there's black woman, I forgot her name, man. Enough of my Afrocentric Christians and peoples will be able to tell me there was a woman, her booty was so big. They had her in a zoo.
Had her in a museum.
It was a zoo or museum or something.
No, she's a zoo. And then when she died, they kept her in a museum.
In a museum,
Yeah.
So that's what they was amazed, but still the fact she got put in a cage and saying this animalistic and that's all. That's not something you're gonna want to strive for. So it's been broken down and villainized, similar to anything that is you get me, westernized, that didn't come from Western minds. It's broken down, or it's discouraged. Just like, that's dead. Someone picks it up, repackages it and then sells it back to the people that they were saying it was dead to. And this happens throughout society in so many ways. Like I'm just starting to realize how much it is done, and we're being bamboozled. You know what I mean?
Look at bleaching. Yeah. So before there was no bleaching. Everybody was, the darker you was, the better it was. The darker you were,
I don't know when that memo was there still.
What, the darker you were?
Yeah. That never got pushed by the mainstream narrative.
No, I'm not talking about I'm talking about before them, man. They got involved, bruv. You were dark.
Yeah, the black a little bit of sweeter juice.
You see what I'm saying? So that's
all right, from that perspective.
So these sounds.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
Somebody said, "Yo, nah, you gotta be this." So now you got people buying soap to break down the skin, and people doing videos about how to do it. I saw a guy talking about the other days about how to get the knuckles line. I was like, bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing, bruv? This is mad. This
you know what? The bleaching man's crazy, blood.
But this is what I'm saying. And then they give you someone like Vibes Cartel who makes it cool.
Whereas you was talking, my guy. You remember that cartoon thing that man used to post back in the day? It was like they made cartoons of like all these Jamaican man there, but he was saying, Vibes Cartel, and he said, why you use the clips? So the clips bring out the tattoos and he was taking the mick, bro. But they actually used him to promote
because he's cool.
Yeah.
He's got that alpha in Jamaica.
And the most frivolous excuse was to show your tattoos up, my guy.
This is what I'm
Like,
saying.
get out of here,
This
man.
is what I'm saying. So this is the problem. So what they'll do, they'll find a way to make you think that that's what you need to do. In
Oh, like when they got Idris to try and make us get the vaccine.
No, they didn't get into the vaccine. They
tried to make him.
What they did is just fucking said he come in and said like, you chapping on the mic, man. Bleh. What was that? Gaviscon. This video is sponsored by Gaviscon. These times there, fucking. Now he said, I've got COVID. Oh, yeah, fuck him anyway. But the point is this, innit? Like they push that narrative on you. So now you think that your body isn't right because now this is what it got to be. It's got to be like this, innit? So what happens is now you got a bunch of people running around trying to conform without realizing it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, in my opinion, and I would love to have a conversation with some people who have had surgery done, who have had cosmetic surgery done to this degree, have a chat with them so that I can understand. Because in my opinion, you lack something. You lack happiness within your skin. Yeah. So whatever it is about yourself that doesn't actually cause you pain, physical pain, or doesn't, it stops you from physically doing something, you are choosing to conform to a beauty standard that is set by someone else. Yeah. And in the process, you are losing yourself. So when I'm looking in the crowd for you, I'm seeing thems. I'm seeing all of them. I ain't seeing you anymore. So you don't have what you was given. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for what you was given. Now, I had a conversation with someone. They were like, "Oh, well, you guys go for, you know, these pretty girls and whatever." I'm saying, listen, you have to understand something, innit? If I see someone, yeah, and I'm attracted to them, half the time a man ain't even caring what he's attracted to.
Yeah.
Certain times what we see is visual ease. So when I'm looking at a certain girl, and this is why we talk about what a girl wears in terms of how she's approached. So if a girl's if it's cold outside and she's wearing a mini skirt, high heel boots, and, you know, a low cut top, we're thinking ease. So when I'm looking in the crowd for my potential like chance that night, I'm looking at where's the ease.
Yeah.
Only certain men are not going for. They're thinking, nah, you know what? That's off putting. Because that looks too easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want something with a bit more. But see these girls with the bodies done, bro. They are at the bottom. Guys are like, yo, that's an easy night for me. I know what she's about.